What is cracking YouTube? That's right. You already know what I'm going to wear. You already know full well what I'm about to do. Everyone knows full what I'm about to do. That's right. There is a teaser for a teaser, and I'm going to react to it because, well, the shirt says it all, everybody. There is a trailer coming for Superman tomorrow, and I feel compelled to do this. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a gander at what James Gunn has to offer for his rendition of Superman. Now, I've seen all sorts of opinions about it already all day, and varying, mostly positive, other people saying some negative shit, and it's like, well, of course, there are those fans who are going to be bitter for whatever reason, one way or another, but let's go ahead and take a gander at what James Gunn has to tease for the teaser tomorrow. All right, let's see what this is all about. James Gunn's Superman. Okay, Daily Planet. Rachel Brosnahan, Lois Lane. Bunch of people looking up. Look up, right? Look up. Maybe they're looking up at something else. I don't know. Look up. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so let's break some shit down, all right? So, of course, we have here the Daily Planet. It looks just like the Daily Planet from Superman the Animated Series. That is very, like, the font of it, the font of Daily Planet literally is pulled from the animated series, right? So now we've also got Christopher McDonald as Ron Trope. We've got Michaela Hoover as Cat Grant, of course. Richard Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen. And, of course, Steve Lombard, who I forget. Beck Bennett, I think the actor's name is, right? Obviously, this is the Daily Planet. If you can actually look up in the corner down there on one of the screens, they have a Daily Planet on one screen. And then to the left is something on the news. I'd imagine it's pertaining to something Superman related. That's my guess. But I'm sure we'll get more context for this tomorrow, promptly at 6 a.m. my time when this trailer does drop. Let's go ahead and see what else we've got here. From Mr. James Gunn, the guy who is not Zack Snyder! Well, of course. Like, it's been known dude's gonna make a Superman movie since like December of like what, 23? 22? 23? 22. 22. 22. December of 2022, I believe. But yes, he is writer-director James Gunn. He's also talked about how he is influenced by none other than Richard Donner, of course Zack Snyder, the animated stuff, All-Star Superman. The man is very clearly a student of comic books. And, well, I gotta be honest, in this little bit, this kind of looks like a departure from the other stuff that he's done before, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I hope there's no dick and fart bullshit in this, but hey, we'll see what happens, right? Alright, we've got a couple of people here. They've got their phones out. Clearly, this is taking place in modern day. Clearly, this is something, you know, they're looking up at something. It's either got to be Superman or whatever Superman's fighting. That's for sure. Now look at that. Okay, you know what? Let's go back a little bit. So they're backing up for something. They're backing up from something. There is impending doom, I'm guessing, heading the way of Metropolitans. I don't know, but yeah, they are very clearly. Oh, see right down there. It even next Man of Steel. I love it. I love it. I love the synergy here. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, so. Okay, back step, back it up, back it on up. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that beautiful flying sequence. Okay, James Gunn talked about this and how they wanted to mimic a little bit of Top Gun Maverick. They used drone sequences for all the flight sequences, so this is actually really intricate. I like this. I still hate the fact that he's got the emblem on the back of the cape. I have never been a fan of that. I do not like that. I'm not a fan of the trunks, as everyone knows. I've made that abundantly clear on Threads. But I will not deny that this looks good. If there is something he took from Zack, it's this. And it looks good. It looks really good. I was very hesitant with how the flying was going to look in this movie after Adam Warlock and Guardians 3. This already looks like a step up from that. Let's see what else we got going on. Tomorrow! 6 a.m. Pacific time! Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of people clearly running away from something. There is going to be some kind of... From what I understand, there's like a giant monster in this movie, which... Well, that's very much in James Gunn's wheelhouse, is it not? I believe so. They're all clearly looking up at something, right? Look up! Look up! Okay. So... You barely get a decent glimpse of what he looks like in the air. But this is also very reminiscent of that first teaser from Man of Steel and Zack Snyder. This is very, very reminiscent of that, for sure. Let's back it up real quick. Let's watch that again. Hold on, let's see. Look at that. Boom! Doesn't have the sonic boom boosh, but yeah. Still cool. Still cool. Still very cool. Okay. So, okay. Anyone who knows me knows I am superbly critical of things James Gunn has done, especially with DC stuff. Like, I am not a huge fan of the Suicide Squad. I do not like Peacemaker. I like Creature Commandos. I actually thought Creature Commandos was really good. I've seen all the episodes. It looks cool. It's great. It's a great time. It's a fun time. I hope that this is different than things he's done before. I am keeping my fingers crossed that he has stepped out of the realm of silliness and delivered something more superbly serious, yet family-friendly with Superman. He's talked a great deal about being influenced by Donner and Snyder. He's talked a great deal about Superman being a kind character towards humanity and David Corenswet. If there's one thing I don't really like, it's the trunks. It's for sure the trunks. I understand the reasoning. There's this big spread from all the outlets talking about all the stuff regarding this movie when they all had the set visit last year, or earlier this year, I suppose. And, you know, I get it. He doesn't want to scare children. He wants to be presentable, despite the fact that he's an alien. I 100% understand the reasoning. It makes sense for the film. Aesthetically, I will never be a fan of Superman wearing the trunks. I've been spoiled by Man of Steel. I've been spoiled by the New 52 era of DC and Superman. I do not like trunks on the character. I am team no trunks, and apparently James Gunn wasn't either, but that's... He was convinced, and you know what? Hey, more power to him. If it works for them, it works for them. It's a nitpick for me at best now. It's not a hardcore criticism because, well, that's almost as bad as writing up a whole fucking article about why he needs to stop saving cats out of trees. That's just a whole different level of petty, and I'm not going to sit here and fucking bitch and whine about him using trunks in a Superman movie. Like, it's been done to death. Whatever. Like, it is what it is at this point. But on the whole, this did what it needed to do. It's hype. It's hype material. It people that I've seen that are excited for this are excited by this. I've showed a couple people at work, and they've even said, wow, this looks really good. So, without further ado, you know, wait till tomorrow morning. Like, Superman will fly into theaters July 11th, but tomorrow we'll get our first official grandiose look at James Gunn's Superman. Do me that favor, hit that like and subscribe button if you like more of this stuff. Really appreciate it. Helps the show, helps the channel. Much love. Take care. Stay super.